Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to today's presentation. We're here to explore how we can break barriers with unified Microsoft 365 search. The focus is on transforming data silos into seamless knowledge access across both legacy and modern systems. Over the next few slides, we'll discuss innovative solutions that make finding information easier and more efficient. Let's get started. Welcome to this section where we discuss breaking the M365 search barrier. Essentially, it's about transforming how we access knowledge daily. When we have a unified search experience, decision-making speeds up because we no longer need to hunt through multiple disconnected systems. This boosts our overall productivity. Now, achieving this unified search is more than just a nice-to-have. It's crucial for modern organizations. Imagine finding a contract stored in a legacy database, a support ticket in ServiceNow, and a Teams conversation, all from the same search bar within Microsoft 365. That's a rare capability for most organizations today. The key point here is that unified search capabilities can truly revolutionize how efficiently we find and use information across different platforms and systems. Let's talk about the core challenge we're facing. It's often invisible knowledge hidden within data silos. Even though organizations have invested in tools like Microsoft 365, much of this valuable information isn't integrated into our main systems. This leads to fragmentation, which can waste a lot of time as employees search across different platforms. It also means we miss out on opportunities because the insights we need are simply not accessible when we need them most. Despite having robust cloud tools, some critical data remains invisible because it's stored outside of our primary systems like SharePoint or Teams. This often happens with legacy databases, forgotten file shares, or scattered platforms that aren't connected. As a result, valuable information is trapped in old systems, making it difficult to leverage fully. So the challenge is clear. Breaking down these barriers and unifying our search across Microsoft 365 is essential to unlock that hidden knowledge and make it accessible when it matters most. Let's take a look at the real-world impact of data silos. When information is scattered across different systems, it creates significant challenges. One major concern is compliance risks. If audits are missed or unauthorized access occurs because data isn't centralized, organizations face serious legal and financial consequences. Another issue is duplicated efforts. Teams often spend time searching for the original documents, which they can't access easily, leading to mistakes and higher costs. It's inefficient and costly. Missing out on contracts is also a big problem. When contracts are lost or overlooked, you can miss renewal windows, which might result in financial penalties and lost revenue. And did you know that employees spend nearly 20% of their workweek just searching for information? That's almost a full workday each week, wasted on looking for what they need, time that could be better spent on strategic tasks. All of these points highlight how data silos undermine efficiency and compliance, which is why unifying search in Microsoft 365 can really make a difference. Let's take a closer look at the shadow world of legacy systems. These systems often operate behind the scenes, out of sight, but still playing a crucial role. They create isolated data silos, meaning information is stored in separate pockets that don't easily communicate with each other. Many of these systems are outdated, yet they remain essential to daily operations. Each legacy system has its own quirks, with unique permissions and sometimes forgotten logins, making access even more complicated. The challenge of unifying search and data access across these disparate systems is significant. And as companies adopt new tools or acquire new businesses, this complexity only increases. Think of it this way. Behind the scenes, numerous legacy systems, like old SQL servers protected by firewalls, half-retired CRMs trusted only by a few, or ticketing apps that no one loves but still rely on, are creating these silos. This fragmentation makes it harder to find and access data quickly, which is a major obstacle we need to overcome to unlock the full potential of our information. Let's take a closer look at some of the key knowledge bottlenecks we face today and their impact on business. These bottlenecks often lead to costly workarounds, duplicated efforts, and a general loss of confidence in the data we rely on. When information isn't easily accessible or interconnected, teams tend to create private indexes, which only fragment knowledge further and make it even harder to get a complete picture. For example, finance teams often spend more time tracing numbers and chasing data than actually analyzing it, which delays decision-making. Frontline workers encounter difficulties when trying to find historical customer issues, hampering their ability to deliver quick and effective support. And leadership, of course, struggles to get fast, accurate answers, which can slow down strategic initiatives. All these issues highlight the importance of breaking down these barriers. A unified search solution like Microsoft 365 can help connect knowledge across the organization, reducing these bottlenecks and enabling everyone to work more efficiently and confidently. Let's talk about breaking down barriers with unified Microsoft 365 search. The idea here is to empower compliance efforts and unlock the full value of all your existing information assets. When your search experience is unified, what used to be urgent, time-consuming queries, like fire drills, become routine, everyday tasks. Imagine having one central place to search across every system, whether it's on-premises, in the cloud, or in niche applications. This cross-system search capability really streamlines how we find information. And the vision is to create a single search bar that eliminates all barriers, legacy systems, cloud platforms, or specialized apps, making everything accessible from one intuitive interface. Overall, this approach helps us work smarter, stay compliant more easily, and get the full value from our data, regardless of where or how it's stored. Now, let's talk about some of the limitations of the out-of-the-box Microsoft 365 search. Many organizations rely on a patchwork of different tools that often stay hidden from the default search experience. This can really limit how useful the search actually is because it doesn't see everything across the organization. It struggles to go beyond these boundaries and connect to legacy databases, custom business applications, or on-premises systems. That means important information stored outside of the core Microsoft apps can be difficult or even impossible to find through the default search. On the bright side, Microsoft 365 Search does a great job with its core apps like SharePoint, Teams, and Outlook. It indexes these applications effectively, which is a real strength. But the challenge remains in integrating those additional, often critical, sources of information to give users a truly unified search experience. This is where the overall theme really comes into play, breaking down barriers and creating a seamless, comprehensive search across all your tools and systems. Let's talk about some common workarounds that many teams resort to when their search capabilities fall short. First, we see that users often face a maze of outdated or conflicting documents. This makes it really hard to find the most current and accurate information quickly. Instead of a seamless search experience, we're stuck with inefficiency, which can seriously undermine productivity and trust within the organization. Now, these workarounds might seem like quick fixes, but they come with their own downsides. For example, exporting entire tables from legacy systems or emailing CSV files between teams can lead to version conflicts and human errors. Sometimes, data becomes outdated or mismatched because of these manual processes. And let's not forget the lag between data updates, which can cause frustration and slow down decision-making. Some common workarounds include generating manual PDF reports or constantly exporting data, but these methods are labor-intensive and prone to mistakes. They might seem like a solution in the moment, but in the long run, they hinder productivity and can erode trust in your data. All of this highlights the importance of having a unified, integrated search experience, like what Microsoft 365 offers, to break down these barriers and keep everyone on the same page. Let's talk about the frontline reality when it comes to searching across systems. In many businesses, this fragmented experience is all too common, and it can be quite costly in our daily operations. Think about the cost of switching tabs. Every time we move from one system to another, we're wasting minutes. Those minutes add up, increasing stress and raising the chances of missing critical details that could impact our work or even our customers. And it's not just about the time lost. Each system often requires separate logins and different search methods, which only makes things more complicated and time-consuming. To put this into perspective, imagine an operations manager responding to a customer inquiry. She has to toggle between the ticketing tool, the equipment database, the ERP system for invoices, her email, and SharePoint. Each step involves switching contexts, searching differently, and losing focus along the way. This fragmentation creates real challenges, inefficiency, potential errors, and frustration. That's why a unified search experience can make such a difference in streamlining operations and improving productivity across the board. Welcome to the next part of our journey, Introduction to Custom Connectors. These are powerful tools that break down barriers by enabling unified Microsoft 365 search across various platforms. Essentially, custom connectors support integration with any platform that has an API, meaning you can connect and search data from almost anywhere. They allow us to index and access data from on-premises systems, giving us visibility into local servers and legacy infrastructure that might otherwise be siloed. This is especially useful for organizations with existing on-site data stores. Custom connectors also facilitate secure access to data from partner portals. This means we can collaborate more effectively, ensuring that external partners can share relevant information securely without exposing sensitive data. In addition, these connectors enable integration with bespoke or custom business applications. If you have specialized tools or platforms tailored to your business needs, custom connectors can help bring their data into your unified search experience. They also support indexing and secure access to legacy SQL databases. So, even older systems that contain valuable historical data can be included in your search scope without the need for extensive migration. Finally, custom connectors significantly expand the capabilities of Microsoft 365 Search beyond its default scope. By doing so, they help us create a truly comprehensive, unified search environment, making information more accessible, secure, and manageable across all parts of your organization. Now, let's look at how custom connectors enhance accessibility and security in our search experience. This approach really helps us break down barriers by unifying Microsoft 365 Search, making it easier to find the information we need across different data sources. One of the key benefits is risk reduction. By supporting both cloud and on-premises data sources, connectors ensure we're covering all our bases without exposing ourselves to unnecessary vulnerabilities. This means we can expand our searchable content safely and confidently. It's also important to note that indexing respects existing security models. This is crucial because it prevents unauthorized access to sensitive information, maintaining trust and compliance. And when it comes to managing permissions, Azure Active Directory plays a central role. It allows us to control who has access to what, all from a centralized location, simplifying security management across the organization. Altogether, these features reinforce our overall goal of creating a secure, accessible, and comprehensive search environment, making it easier for everyone to find what they need without compromising security. Let's talk about the different approaches to building integrations with Microsoft 365 Search. On one side, we have the pro-code approach. This involves using the Microsoft Graph API, which gives developers the power to create advanced, fully customized integrations. It provides complete control over how the integrations work, allowing for highly tailored solutions. This approach democratizes connector creation by reducing the dependency on lengthy development cycles, so new solutions can be deployed more quickly. On the other side, we have the low-code approach, primarily through the Power Platform. This offers visual, drag-and-drop tools for business analysts and IT admins to build connectors without deep coding skills. The beauty here is that it further democratizes the process, making it accessible to more people within the organization. It also speeds up deployment, as these tools are designed to simplify and accelerate the creation process. Both approaches serve different needs, but share the common goal of breaking barriers, making integration more accessible and faster, whether through powerful, customizable coding or intuitive, visual tools. This flexibility is key to empowering organizations to innovate quickly and efficiently. Let's take a closer look at how we broke down barriers with a unified Microsoft 365 search in this manufacturing firm. The safety team was able to quickly find incident and audit records without needing to go through IT, which really boosted compliance and operational efficiency, while also lowering the risk of delays or errors. This demonstrates how empowering teams with the right tools can streamline processes and improve safety outcomes. Now, on the topic of operational efficiency gains, by securely mapping access to the appropriate groups, we ensured that sensitive data was protected while still being easily accessible to those who need it. This secure access mapping is key to balancing security with usability. And to make safety records more searchable, the company deployed a custom connector. This connector allowed safety records to be searchable alongside content in SharePoint and Teams, creating a unified search experience across platforms. Finally, it's important to note the context of this case. A US-based manufacturer facing compliance challenges with decades of safety reports stored in an outdated IBM system. This solution helped unlock that valuable data, making compliance and safety management much more manageable. Overall, this example highlights how integrated search and secure access can transform compliance processes and operational efficiency in manufacturing environments. Let's take a look at how a unified Microsoft 365 search can really break down barriers across our organization. By providing timely and relevant information to all departments, it reduces our dependency on individual experts and makes knowledge more accessible for everyone. This empowerment means departments no longer have to navigate complex silos. Everything is centralized, easy to find, and streamlines collaboration. Imagine having quick access to customer contracts, troubleshooting guides, invoices, financial data, and even historical project documentation, all through a single search bar. It transforms that main search bar into a true gateway for accessing our most critical resources. Overall, this unified approach not only enhances efficiency, but also fosters a more connected and agile organization. Now, beyond just the speed of access, let's talk about the strategic return on investment that unified search brings to the table. First, it helps foster a culture of knowledge sharing and collaboration across teams, making it easier for everyone to find and use the information they need. This openness encourages innovation and keeps the organization agile. Next, unified search unlocks new value from data that was previously hard to access or siloed. By bringing everything together, we can discover insights that might have been hidden before, turning data into a real asset. It also plays a crucial role in reducing operational risks and compliance exposure. When information is more accessible and well managed, the chances of errors or non-compliance decrease, helping us stay on the right side of regulations. Finally, with smarter, more data-driven decisions, organizations can respond faster and more accurately to changing circumstances. This strategic use of information ultimately leads to better outcomes and a stronger competitive edge. All of these points tie back to our overall theme, leveraging unified search not just for speed, but for meaningful, strategic value across the organization. Let's talk about how our legal operations are transforming through the power of unified Microsoft 365 search. By breaking down barriers, we're able to enhance regulatory responsiveness significantly. Having a single source of truth means we can respond to regulatory changes more quickly and accurately, reducing confusion and ensuring compliance. Proactive clause management is another game changer. Expired clauses now surface proactively, which means fewer missed renewals. Actually, we've achieved 0 missed renewals so far. That's a huge improvement in managing our contracts efficiently. Eliminating duplicate agreements is also key. With better identification, we're able to find and eliminate duplicates completely, improving clarity and reducing unnecessary clutter. And on the review side, we've cut down contract review turnaround times by nearly a third, which means faster decision-making and more agility overall. All of these points come together to show how a unified approach and smarter tools are really transforming our legal operations, making us more responsive, efficient, and aligned with our overall goals. Now, let's look at how search analytics play a crucial role in shaping our IT roadmaps and driving strategic investments. By analyzing the data from our search tools, we create a feedback loop that helps us identify where to focus our efforts. This way, we can prioritize investments that truly enhance the search experience and ensure continuous improvement in relevance and effectiveness. Additionally, search analytics reveal opportunities for system optimization. For example, if we notice certain systems are underused or outdated, we can consider retiring or migrating them to streamline our environment. Another key point is understanding user challenges. Usage data highlights where users often hit dead ends or receive poor results, allowing us to address those pain points directly. And finally, these analytics show us which data sources are most valuable and frequently accessed. This insight helps us optimize data management and ensure the most important information is always accessible, further supporting our goal of a unified, efficient search experience across Microsoft 365. Let's talk about how we can break barriers with unified Microsoft 365 search to enhance compliance and audit processes. By integrating these tools, we can significantly shorten audit cycles, making the process faster and more efficient. This not only saves time, but also helps lower our legal exposure by providing quicker access to the information needed for compliance. Moving from a reactive approach, where we're constantly firefighting, to a proactive process improvement is a game changer. It allows us to anticipate issues before they escalate, ensuring our compliance measures are more strategic and effective. Another key point is making sure that historic records are accessible and permissioned correctly. This means we can easily retrieve past data when needed, with the right controls in place to protect sensitive information. And finally, having a single platform for audit queries and e-discovery simplifies the entire process. Instead of juggling multiple systems, everything is centralized, making searches more efficient and reducing the chances of missing critical data. All of these improvements tie back to our overall goal, creating smarter, more proactive compliance processes that protect our organization while streamlining operations. Let's talk about how unified search helps us break barriers within our organization. Essentially, it preserves our intellectual capital, which is so critical for ongoing projects and important decisions. By doing this, we're protecting our organizational memory and ensuring continuity, even as teams change or evolve. This means that when new team members join or when roles shift, they can access all the necessary information quickly. Unified search supports smoother handovers and onboarding processes, going beyond just static checklists. It allows new colleagues to get up to speed faster and start contributing effectively from day one. Now think about when subject matter experts leave the company. Their tribal knowledge, those insights, notes, and informal expertise often disappears with them. That's where unified search really shines. It helps by making their documents, notes, and email threads findable long-term, so valuable knowledge isn't lost. In summary, unified search plays a key role in knowledge retention, ensuring that organizational wisdom is preserved and accessible, which ultimately supports the overall continuity and success of our initiatives. Now, let's explore the competitive advantages of using a unified search with Microsoft 365. First, it really helps foster a culture of knowledge sharing. When everyone can access the information they need easily, sharing becomes the norm rather than the exception. This openness encourages collaboration across teams and breaks down silos. Next, unified search significantly reduces the effort required to find information across different teams. Instead of wasting time jumping between systems or departments, users can quickly locate what they need, freeing up more time for innovation and growth. This also translates into better decision-making at the leadership level. When leaders have access to complete and timely insights, they can make more informed decisions that drive the organization forward. And finally, organizations that leverage unified search gain a real edge in market responsiveness. With instant access to comprehensive data, they can react faster to market changes, customer needs, or emerging opportunities. All of these points connect back to our overall theme. By breaking barriers with unified Microsoft 365 search, we unlock agility, collaboration, and smarter decision-making that ultimately helps us stay ahead in a competitive landscape. Now, let's take a look at who benefits the most from unified Microsoft 365 search. First, in high-compliance environments, this solution not only makes it easier to access information, but also helps reduce risk, speeds up decision-making, and supports adherence to regulatory requirements. It's really about making compliance smoother and more reliable. Next, for companies dealing with legacy technical debt, think outdated systems and fragmented data silos. The benefits are especially significant. Breaking down these barriers and consolidating knowledge can lead to substantial returns, making their data more accessible and manageable. Then, there's the context of hybrid workforces, where employees are spread across different locations and time zones. These organizations face bigger challenges in accessing consistent, reliable information. Unified search becomes essential here because it helps maintain productivity no matter where your team is working from. Finally, regulated industries like financial services, healthcare, biotech, and energy see the greatest advantages. Their strict compliance and audit requirements demand robust search capabilities, and unified search provides exactly that, helping them meet compliance standards while staying agile. Overall, these points tie directly into the broader theme of how unified search transforms the way organizations access and manage information, especially in complex, regulated, or distributed environments. Let's take a closer look at some of the challenges we face in large and hybrid environments. As organizations grow, managing access to information becomes increasingly complex. For example, acquisitions often bring in new systems that don't always integrate smoothly. This can lead to onboarding delays and operational inefficiencies, making it harder for teams to work seamlessly. Remote work adds another layer of complexity. Teams working across different locations or remotely often struggle with inconsistent access, multiple logins, and fragmented data sources. This fragmentation not only wastes time, but also increases the risk of errors. Modern enterprises are also juggling dozens of disconnected tools, legacy databases, and multiple portals, especially after mergers and acquisitions. These integration headaches can hinder productivity and slow down decision-making. This is where unified search comes in as a powerful solution. It provides a single, secure access point that spans cloud, on-premises, and legacy platforms. By reducing friction and consolidating access, unified search helps teams collaborate more effectively and focus on what truly matters. Now, let's talk about custom connectors and practical build approaches. One of the key advantages here is that organizations can efficiently connect their unique or legacy systems without getting bogged down in lengthy development cycles. This means you can integrate older systems seamlessly into your modern search ecosystem. The goal is to create a scalable and maintainable search environment that not only adapts to your evolving business needs, but also ensures secure and governed access. This balance is crucial for keeping your data protected while still being flexible enough to grow. This hybrid approach strikes a nice balance between ease of use and flexibility. It allows you to connect systems quickly, without the hassle of extensive development, which is especially beneficial when working with legacy or custom solutions. For more complex scenarios, Say, when you need advanced logic or security mapping, developers can leverage the Microsoft Graph API. This tool enables creating tailored, sophisticated integrations that meet specific business requirements. And for business analysts and admins who want to build connectors without diving deep into coding, Microsoft Power Automate is a game changer. Its visual flow editor makes it straightforward to create and manage connectors, streamlining the process and empowering more teams to participate in integration efforts. Overall, these approaches show how flexible and powerful Microsoft 365 connectors can be, helping you break down barriers and create a unified search experience across all your systems. Let's take a closer look at out-of-the-box versus custom connectors. When we talk about gaining a true competitive advantage, it really comes down to using custom connectors. These allow us to index niche databases, proprietary applications, and specialized business systems that are unique to our organization. Custom connectors are powerful because they unlock hidden knowledge that might be trapped in legacy or bespoke systems. This means critical data becomes discoverable and actionable across the entire organization, helping us make better decisions faster. Microsoft provides a solid set of pre-built or out-of-the-box connectors that cover common platforms like Salesforce, ServiceNow, and Azure SQL. These connectors are great because they enable rapid deployment for standard use cases, saving us time and effort. However, for anything more specialized or unique, custom connectors are where the true competitive edge lies. They let us tailor our search and integration capabilities to fit our specific needs, breaking down barriers and ensuring our data ecosystem is truly unified. Let's talk about continuous improvement with search analytics. As we saw, breaking barriers with a unified Microsoft 365 search is key to empowering users. Now, Slide 26 highlights how search analytics help organizations achieve high user satisfaction, reduce knowledge loss, and maximize their return on investment. Think of it this way. By treating search as a living system, companies can keep their search experience fresh and relevant over time. This ongoing process of tuning ensures that the platform remains efficient and aligned with changing organizational priorities. These analytics give it and business teams the insights they need to prioritize efforts like indexing new content, retiring outdated information, and refining connectors based on real-world demand. Most importantly, they reveal user behavior, showing which data sources are most valuable and where users might get stuck. This way, organizations can continuously improve their search experience, making it more intuitive and effective for everyone. Now, let's look at how organizational benefits extend across different teams with unified Microsoft 365 search. First, product teams can really accelerate innovation because they have ready access to historical insights. This means less time searching and more time creating and improving. Moving on to risk management. By centralizing audit capabilities, they can reduce exposure to potential issues, making their processes more secure and efficient. Legal teams also gain a lot. They can retrieve contracts faster, which improves their responsiveness and helps maintain compliance more easily. IT departments benefit from streamlined integration and governance, simplifying their management tasks and ensuring everything runs smoothly behind the scenes. And ultimately, unified search transforms collaboration itself. It breaks down silos, democratizes access to critical documents and data, and enables teams to work together more seamlessly. All of these benefits tie back to the core idea. By unifying search, we're not just improving access, we're empowering every team to work smarter and more collaboratively across the organization. Now let's look at the conclusion, from data vaults to front doors. This slide emphasizes breaking barriers with unified Microsoft 365 search. It's really about rethinking your search bar, not just as a simple tool, but as the most powerful gateway to your organization's knowledge. When we talk about unified access, what we mean is creating a seamless way to find information across all systems. This approach drives real business value, allowing faster decision-making, ensuring better compliance, reducing risks, and boosting collaboration across teams. Custom connectors play a crucial role here. They open the front door to all your data sources, whether they're legacy systems, cloud platforms, or custom-built applications. This dissolves traditional barriers that often silo information, making everything accessible in one place. Finally, enterprise search is evolving beyond just storing old files. It's becoming the living memory of your organization, accessible on demand whenever you need it. This isn't just about finding data, it's about empowering your organization with knowledge at your fingertips.